I've had a few people ask me my story, so I thought I would make a short video clip and just do the highlights. When I was 16, I was in a car accident. The only survivor out of my vehicle. I lost my sister and a friend's baby. After the accident, I was in the hospital for a long time. I had a lot of internal injuries, and it took a lot of surgeries and a lot of time for recovery. Over the years, I've had so many surgeries that I lost count. Not that it really matters anymore. In 2006, I had gone in to see a plastic surgeon about having a hematoma that was on my low back repaired. And he did the wrong surgery, cut too deep, severed nerves, caused damage to my right leg. It was partially paralyzed. I could only feel my big toe, and a lot of pain and difficulty with that. So, trying to find help for that, I had moved to Arizona to go to the Mayo Clinic, and didn't really receive much help there either. The only thing that was suggested that they could do for me was a spinal cord stimulator, with hopes that it would control the pain and give back some function to my leg. So I went ahead, after a couple of years of trying to decide if it was a choice that I wanted to make or not. I went ahead and had the stimulator implanted, and turns out the first one, it was recalled before it was implanted. The lithium-ion battery that was actually inside my butt cheek leaked inside of me, caused a lot of damage. They replaced that with a second stimulator that was also a recalled device. Caused more damage to my spinal cord, actually burned my spinal cord. Then they found a small brain tumor after that. So I've had a lot to deal with. About 3 years ago, I had the second stimulator removed, and I had to go to numerous doctors and begging for someone to even see me, and begging, please remove this. And it was finally when I went to see the brain surgeon that he told me he wasn't too concerned about the tumor, but asked if there was anything else he could do for me. And so I started crying, and I said, can you please take this out? And he said he could, but that he'd never done the surgery before, and that there was a high probability that I would be paralyzed from the chest down. Well, the thing was causing damage. So at that point, I was ready to take any risk. And so I had it removed. And the funny part of that was, when I went back 2 weeks after having it removed, major spine surgery, I go back 2 weeks later, I'm driving, feel great, going for my appointment, and the doctor just stood there looking at me. He was like amazed, had a smile on his face, surprised. I mean, he really seriously thought that I was going to be paralyzed, and here I was walking around driving. So then that was about 3 years ago, and it took me about a year and a half maybe to get off all of the medication. When I say all of it, I mean all of it. I had been on Lyrica since 2006. Um, One of the withdrawals and side effects is when you stop taking that prescription, it causes seizures. Now, had I known that, I may have never even tried it in the first place, because who wants seizures? Not me. Thank God I did not receive that as a side effect of the withdrawals. When I moved here to Fairfield, Iowa, small town, spiritual community, but with that comes small town healthcare, and no one in this town was willing to take me on as a patient. I was basically pushed out of the medical community, which back then it was like devastating, because I had lived so many years inside the medical community, one appointment to the other. You know, some weeks I would have 3 appointments, whether they were just all physical therapy, or there were other weeks that I would have 5 to 7 appointments, various doctors, various things. I mean, they really put me through the ringer. Tried everything. Tried to kill me a few times. Yeah, it was all good. Still here. They're not sure how, but I am. So I moved to Fairfield, got kicked out of the medical community. Didn't know what I was going to do. I was like beside myself. And then I realized that it was time for me to just take things into my own hands. So I set myself down from all these drugs, and I was taking 3 handfuls, most of them narcotics, 3 times a day. I was having problems sleeping, I had a lot of pain, I just didn't feel good. I mean, and here I thought taking these pills was actually helping the things that was wrong, but that wasn't the case at all. When I started stepping myself down from the pills, I realized that all of those things that I was being treated for, the majority of them were side effects. It was crazy, just crazy. So here I am today. I have very little pain, very little. And what pain I do have, I mean, I know what caused it. Either it's the way I slept, the way I sat in a chair, my bad posture. I mean, I know what caused it. Needing to work out, bad diet. I mean, I know and can see, and my mind is clear. And I have to say, that is the best thing that could have happened to me. And so I've been able to get back on track, so to speak. And I really don't know what has healed me the most. For years, I've had, entities that have supported me. In the beginning, I didn't know what they were. And then as my vision became clearer, I could see the people, and I could hear the people and family members and that have passed, and other people's family members, and people wanting to pass messages to others, and life really has changed, and it's all good. It is all good. And when I realized that the medical system isn't here to care for people like me, and really, I don't know why they call it a healthcare system, because it doesn't keep you healthy. It actually kept me even worse. I don't know, so that's just a little bit of my story, and of course, covered through the years, I've been married, divorced, life, worked various different jobs, insurance agent, hypnotherapist, helped many people along the way for various different things, and it's all good. Now I finally feel like I'm on the right track and healing. I've defied the medical community and loving every minute of it. And so I'm at the beginning of a journey to help a lot of other people. Hope you guys are having a great day.